Good afternoon, class. I just want to make a quick video to introduce myself and to give you a quick tour of the class, specifically our webpage on Canvas. This is the home page. It's a modules page. You have a Start Here module. It has a syllabus, course schedule, which may still be adjusted over the next day or so. Um, is- there's a Meet Your Instructor, so you could get to know a little bit about me. You need to take the syllabus quiz after you review the syllabus. And I checked, and I think most of the questions are well aligned or still aligned to the syllabus. All the answers are there. There's a student bio that you need to do. It's just a real quick tell me about yourself and your math experience. There are some midterm review links, which you don't have to worry about so much at this point. These are sample problems that will look like what you're gonna encounter for part of the midterm. I'll say a little bit more about that here in a minute. And then it's just some other links. This one has a final exam review link. You should do the mock test on Newton Alta. It's got one or two questions. It's just to check that your device works with the Newton Alta. But before you do this mock test, you should link to this, which will allow you to download the Newton Alta lockdown browser. It is different from the regular Canvas lockdown browser. So when you come in online to take the midterm and the final, you need to have this on your device. Okay. Um, just real quick on the syllabus, let me go over that for just a second. This is Math 1134, Fundamentals of Elementary Math 1. I have a face-to-face course and an online section. I believe I probably need to update those numbers to the correct for y'all that are online. But everything else has been adjusted for online. I do have one, as I said, in person. We meet Tuesdays and Thursdays. Feel free to switch to that one. I've got plenty of room if you think you'd rather do it in person. I am at the Espina campus in room DALR 265 and have office hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We don't have regular class meetings, but we do have a midterm and a final that is Zoom proctored. You must have two devices for that Zoom proctored test. You'll have the device on which you'll take the exam and another device where you'll remain on camera during the test. So prepare for that. Um, you do not have to come to campus for that. I should probably remove that. So there are no regular meetings. And just something about the materials, we do use Newton Alta, which is where we do a lot of the more basic homework assignments, just the kind of skills-based question answer assignments. You only have to pay the $39.95 if you are not in the Books for Less program. Most of you are opted into the Books for Less program, so you shouldn't have any trouble getting into the course material. The way you get in there is you click on the first assignment, which I state that um, down here. There is no textbook. There are a bunch of PowerPoint slash Google Slides. I'll show you where those are here in a minute. There are four types of assignments. There's the adaptive learning, which is the Newton Alta. And then we have active learning assignments, standards-based problem solving, and multicultural math. Um, some of these assignments will require you to use AI. I don't have that note here. Um, that's something perhaps I should add somewhere. Let's make a note. Okay, so these assignments specifically may require to use AI, but you only use it the way that you're instructed to use it. It's basically a tool for learning or as a tutoring guide, as a thinking helper. And there's another note down here on AI. Um, During class, we may use AI writing tools. This was a standard language from given to us from NMSU. So I uh, may adjust the writing tools aspect of it, but you'll be informed as to when, where, and how these tools are permitted to be used, along with guidance for attribution. In other words, how you cite that you used AI. Um, but it's basically going to be used as a thinking partner to help you complete assignments, but only the assignments on which you are told you can use it. I'll show you here in a minute what those might look like. Um, Aside from those assignments, there is a midterm exam and a final exam and a final exam. And on those exams, essentially what they are is 75% of the content comes from Newton Alta. That's the homework that you do. That's kind of standard sort of questions. And then about 25% of the test is from the active learning and standards based and multicultural mathematics assignments. Okay. And so that's how those are structured. Earlier, I showed you a link to some review problems. Those review problems are there to help you with the test aspect that is related to these kinds of assignments. So, there's basically two kinds of problems that we engage with. There's kind of your standard problems. That's the Newton Alta. And then there's more active learning kinds of things where you kind of engage with assignments, a little bit outside the box engagement. Okay. Um, Exams are proctored, as I said. Those are proctored through Zoom. You have to have a device on which you do the assignment, the exams, and another device that works as a camera because you do need to keep your camera on during the test. There'll be various times for testing, and so that's why this is TBA. I'll announce the times for the test soon. The breakdown for the a set for your grade is 35% from the homework for the Newton Alta, 10% active learning, standards based is 10%, multicultural is 5%. Then there's the midterm and the final. Let me just make sure those add up 35, 45, 55, 60. Yes. And so that's basic things from the syllabus. When you go into module 0, which is our first module, it's um, numbered a little funny. The first module is module 0. You'll come across mainly this page here. These are recordings and overviews that are in text for accessibility. But it's this page that I'll show you here in a minute what's in there. But you also have links to the Newton Alta assignments here. There's 4 of them to start with, and then the other more hands-on kind of projects. In fact, it might be helpful if I call it hands-on just to kind of help you see that there's a difference. Uh, so let's call that hands-on assignments. They're not all like hands-on where you actually make stuff, but it's more problem solving and uh, definitely some of them use interactive software that you find online. Okay, when you go into this page, what you'll see is module overview, module learning objectives. You have links to the PowerPoint slides or Google Slides. That works very well as your textbook. So when you open that, you'll find, like we started looking at some of this in my in-person class, and you should go over these. Definitely go over those. Um, and then you'll also find links to the assignments in here and to the hands-on assignments. But the main thing you're going to get out of this page is really uh, the PowerPoints and then if I put any other resources. So that's essentially the outline of the course. I like using the calendar and I recommend that you use it because what it's going to do is it's going to help you find when things are due. The first set of assignments is due on the 7th. And so some of these other ones I may move the due dates a little bit, but you've got quite a bit due on the 7th. I wouldn't wait until like, the first, second, or third to do them. You should be working on those now. So basically, that's the way this class works. Um, if you have any questions, please shoot me an email. If you have any trouble with any other problems, shoot me an email. I'm happy to help. I've been doing this class for quite some time, but it's not perfect, so feel free to let me know if I need to help you understand something better or adjust pages, links, etc. Have a wonderful day. Bye.